signal to the world that we are open for business.
We are now open for business. This is 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 bringing you yet another episode to guide you in discovering your passion and growing your business as we learn from experts in the field. Sama-sama tayong matuto na naman sa isang makabuluhang usapan tungo sa pagpapaunlad ng inyong negosyo. Ang Open for Business ay mapapanood nyo din sa Facebook at YouTube. Siguraduhin mag-like at mag-subscribe sa aming social media page at Net25TV. Alamin natin, suriin mula sa mga negosyante, thought leaders at mga personalidad sa iba't ibang larangan ang mga strategies, trends at mahalagang karanasan sa pagninegosyo dahil tayo ay open for business. In a highly competitive healthcare industry, Dr. Almario Jabson steering the Los Santos Medical Center towards new heights of success and patient care. With a steadfast commitment to balancing the delicate equilibrium between patient services and profitability, Dr. Jabson exemplifies the core values of compassionate healthcare combined with strategic business acumen. The Los Santos Medical Center and its award-winning patient care is now open for business.
Ang mga maiinit na balita
at rumaratsyad ang usapan ng bayan.
ihahatid namin sa 100%!
100% ang pagbabalita.
100% talakayan.
Lunes hanggang Biyernes.
Alas 5 hanggang alas 7 ng umaga.
Live na live sa Radyo Aguila 1062 Mega Manila.
At sa Net25. 100%!
Sa Net25, let's net together. Sa Net25.
Hello there! Ito po inyong Tito Efren. Alam ko, Sabado na naman ngayon eh. Ready na ba kayo? Lagi po kayo manunood dito sa Net25, itong programa namin. Ito ang tahanan tuwing Sabado at Linggo. See you there! Hello mga ka-mates, si Mapapanood po ito. Lagi po tayo makinig at manood tuwing Sabado at Linggo. Alas 8 hanggang alas 9 ng umaga. Bakit? Because this is your show, and this is your family, and this is your home. Ito ang tahanan.
Dama namin ang iyong mga sakripisyo. Kita namin ang pagharap mo sa bawat pagsubok. Kaya sa kabila ng mga hamon ng buhay, nandito kami para umalalay. Kasi katulad mo, gusto rin namin ang magandang bukas para sa kanya. Hatid namin ang dekalidad na edukasyon at makabagong pasilidad sa abot kayang halaga. Kaya huwag ka nang mangamba, sasamahan ka namin tuparin ang mga pangarap niya. Maaasahan mong sulit dito ang mga pinagsikapan mo. Sa aming mga makabagong pasilidad at sistema ng edukasyon. Mailalabas natin ang aking talino at mga kakayahan niya. Kahit sa munting halaga, makakasiguro ka na makakasabay siya sa mabilis na pag-ikot ng mundo. Sa New Era, karamay mo kami sa bawat hamon. Kaagapay mo kami sa bawat hakbang. Kasama mo kami sa bawat ngiti at tagumpay.
Today we will be infused with insights into the future of the healthcare industry, exploring the transformative impact of modern technologies and methodologies on healthcare delivery and gaining a deeper understanding of the delicate balance between patient-centric care and sustainable business practices. Moreover, the Los Santos Medical Center's recent accolade from Healthcare Asia Awards for its outstanding facilities improvement initiative is a testament to his unwavering dedication to excellence and innovation. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Dr. Almario Jabson, CEO and President of the DLSMC and a practicing neuro-onco surgeon, as we embark on a journey of discovery and enlightenment into the dynamic world of healthcare leadership under his exemplary leadership. How are you po, Doctor?
Hi, Arman.
Okay. There's so much that's happening in the health and wellness industry, and siyempre lalo na sa hospital industry. And congratulations with your most recent accolade, and I understand you went to Marina Bay Sands in Singapore and splurged on the beauty of the island. But what is important is you have this new award that's a testament to the innovation that the hospital is extending to Filipinos. If you can share briefly what that award is.
Well, it's actually a recognition given by the international award-giving body to various healthcare facilities who manage to surpass certain standards when it comes to innovation or facility improvement in a certain field. Like for example, for the Los Santos, what we did was we've increased our service offerings, and then this service offerings sink in to get more patients and to offer more, so that our hospital will more or less move at par with world-class standards. So,
speaking of world-class standards, Doctor, we know that even in a lot of the award-giving bodies, the criteria, the research, how they choose, how they nominate awardees is already stringent. Especially in the hospital industry. We know that with the hospital industry, it has to be very specific, it has to be very precise. Can you give us an insight? How are you nominated into this award-giving body?
basically, it's a Southeast Asian award-giving body. You give them what you've accomplished within the last within the last year, and then they will screen it and then see if you fit the certain criteria established by this award-giving body. It's synonymous by, for example, it's synonymous with you going for a Grammy, you going for an Oscar. It's a one-time thing. It's a yearly event held, assuming that you met a certain criteria, and then the board of judges will more or less scrutinize what you have accomplished and validate if the accomplishment is true or not.
Wow, wow. That's interesting po. Nearly a year since you became the CEO, what was your vision for the Los Santos Medical Center when you assumed leadership, and how has that vision evolved over the past months? I think the award is very significant because it covers your leadership. What was your vision for the Los Santos?
What we saw was a hospital full of potential. It's a 50-year-old facility with a lot of history, a lot of good doctors who are very, very respectable in their own fields. It just needs a little help. And I was thankful that my predecessors from the De Los Santos side and the one who replaced him from De Los Santos MPH side, they were really building on the gains that was done before them. So what I did was I built on the gains of my predecessors from the De Los Santos, from the next administration, and the next administration I followed. The vision during my time, the vision is more or less fluid. So the vision during my time, it's time for the Los Santos to take the next step because we're a 50-year history. So it's time for the Los Santos to really achieve these world-class standards. Really, it's time for the Los Santos to be more aggressive in competing with a good healthcare delivery. Yeah, that's basically what we have. Good doctors, we have good facility, which needs to be improved, but nonetheless they are good facility. Then we have good employee support. So all of them come mixed together is really a good recipe to really move forward.
Wow,
already.
that's interesting to know, Doctor. But when you mentioned about this 50-year history, have you celebrated?
Yeah, we celebrated last December.
Okay, you celebrated your golden years. It's admirable to see institutions spanning 5 decades. You know, my question related to that: there are hospitals that are known for specific fields. Correct me if I'm wrong, Doctor, but some are known for treating cancer patients, ganyan. Some are known for treating other diseases. But you said you're comprised of many doctors from various disciplines. But when we talk of the Los Santos, ano ba yung pag narinig mo, the Los Santos, ito, siyempre andyan kayo, kaya baka neuro ang sasabihin mo. Neuro-onco.
The Los Santos will always be a multi-specialty hospital. There are several categories here. The Los Santos multi-specialty. And when we assume the team, it's always about the team. So the team talk together, okay, we'll focus on 4 programs that we developed. One is orthopedics. So the Los Santos has a proud history of being an orthopedic hospital.
Okay.
Second will be critical care.
When you say critical care,
That's ICU care.
Okay.
So we have a good ICU critical care team, which we onboarded. So when you go to the Los Santos ICU, you're not cared for by a regular generalist. You're cared for by a critical care expert.
Wow.
That's for the Los Santos. And then the minimally invasive meaning small holes. When you talk about surgery, it's basically trauma with precision, right? Whether it be done by a cut or a radiation, it's trauma. So it's minimally invasive, small trauma, small incision inside to be able to get what you need to treat or cure. And then
in the fourth?
And then the fourth will be neurocritical care.
I was expecting that.
Yeah, because I'm a neurosurgical oncologist.
Okay, but it's interesting, Doctor, when you said that ortho is one, because based on this research, the founder, Dr. Jose de los Santos, is the father of Philippine orthopedics. So that's really something. As you mentioned, you are banking on the gains and the long history of the hospital. Now, going back to the award, DLSMC has received this prestigious award, so the Facilities Management Improvement Initiative of the Year under your leadership. For some people, for the customers, for the patients, how will this impact? What's the significance of this to the hospital and the patients?
The impact is the hospital will be more complete, will be more adept in caring for their need. Basically, you classify the Los Santos as a boutique hospital, right? 150 beds. So it's a boutique hospital. Whenever you go there, you get what you need and you leave. It's a very simple task, no smokes and mirrors, nothing of all this fancy things. You go there, you get what you need, and then you get what you paid for, and then you get this. You get a very compassionate care at a very reasonable price. Basically, that's what the Los Santos is.
Being a boutique hospital, is it by design?
Basically, it's by design initially, but because of the new direction of the hospital already, we plan to really expand the Los Santos into a 3-phase construction expansion within the next few years. It's a medium-term plan. It will be transferring to a 7-story facility. At the adjacent lot, we'll be transferring our medical office building, and later on we'll have multi-level parking to accommodate more patients, more nursing units, as well as an oncology unit. This will happen within the next 10 years. An aggressive expansion plan for the Los Santos Medical Center.
Wow, wow. And I hope there will be more awards there, and I hope
the master plan's ready already. You just have to go through it and how to go about it.
Now, how important is it for the institutions to get accredited for quality standards? What are your plans for pursuing such accreditations or certifications to further enhance the quality of care and services provided by DLSMC. Pero when they go to that hospital, sometimes they don't look for awards, but they have that kind of experience. When they go to that hospital, they are treated well, the care is excellent, but you still strive to do these certifications to claim for these awards. Is it because of also the fierce competition amongst hospitals in the Philippines? I remember with the Los Santos, I know a lot of people na parang, I was born in the Los Santos.
Yeah,
My
50 years.
parents, my brothers, ganyan, because of the long history. And they remember that. And it's part of the family history of that member.
This accreditation or awards, it's about validation. It's about you being validated. I might be doing something right. What I've been doing or the process that I've been doing might be right because I'm being validated for that. If you have that validation, you know inside that I'm not missing out on something. And then during the process of those awards or validation, it helps you improve some more. So these are the things. It's actually for the patient also. It's not because of you getting the plaque. It's more or less for you to improve on. Para malaman mo rin if you're doing something right. Right? It helps the patient as well. It benefits the patient.
Tsaka there's sense of security, diba? And assurance.
Yeah. What the patient feels is actually the whole experience. And the Los Santos has that. From start to finish, because we have a very robust Center for Experience team. So from start to finish, the patient really feels it's a personalized service. As I mentioned earlier, no smokes and mirrors, no added ingredients, walang masyadong palamunti. We will take care of you in the Los Santos, or just not, hindi ka lang numero. We know your name. We know where you live. Alam mo yun, we know you personally, and it is a relationship when it comes to the Los Santos. Because it's a small hospital, it's a boutique hospital, we can afford to do that. You go to a bigger hospital, they know your number, right? They know you as a number. In the Los Santos, it doesn't happen.
As you explain it, yes, I agree, because I have had that kind of experience there as well. And, kudos to your team. But my next question is that when you talk about the hospital industry, you will feel that the strength really are the doctors behind that. And again, with these awards, with these new accolades, is the pressure also mounting to the people behind it? Like, say, for example, since we have this new certification, the doctors also is taking that pressure to improve their craft, and also not only that, in terms of innovation, are there technology is also an impact there. I understand you have new centers, which you can discuss later, but with the doctors, is this something that's also pressuring them to make sure that they deliver what is promised to patients in terms of patient care?
Well, I don't see that, because most of the doctors of the Los Santos have been very, very adept with the latest technology, the latest knowledge. And it's inherent in all doctors. Regardless of whether it's a stimulus or not, you actually study, you update yourself. And I see them around, they're cool about it, and they give a lot of ideas. And actually, I'm very fortunate to have a very mature medical director who involves a lot of people in the Los Santos. So with having a robust team and a good medical director to see this, to facilitate all this with the doctors, the Los Santos is really better off right now.
With the many developments in health and wellness, we see even regular patients now have access to a lot of information. Like, say, for example, when you are diagnosed with this, talagang akala mo, mas magaling ba sila sa doktor? Diba? When they are diagnosed, sabi nila, but Google says that something like this and something like that. Diba? Parang they sound like they're experts because of the access to information. Pero paano ba yun? Like, say, you are a doctor yourself. How do you manage enhancing or updating yourself? As you mentioned, they are credible. It's inherent to the doctors. But siyempre, nag-iiba yung consumer or patient behavior na si patient mismo parang they have access to the information. And most of you, all hospitals, they have access to websites of different clinics, di ba? How do you manage if you meet a patient like that?
Anytime you're diagnosing a certain disease, you give differentials. And you have to tell them, this is not, whatever you've researched does not fit in this particular differentials. Differential is a different diagnosis that you form.
Okay.
For example, whenever the patient comes in with a complaint like headache, you have several differentials that come to mind. It might be a stroke, it might be a tumor, it might be a migraine, it might be tension headache. And then you explain each differential why it's not possible and why it is most likely diagnosis. And most doctors can do that. And most doctors usually read journals. They go to annual conventions, whether local or abroad. They consult their peers. We have our weekly conferences, in section conference, division conferences, wherein exchange of ideas between experts really ensues.
Yeah, that's both interesting and very tough. Kasi siyempre, you have to upgrade.
You're a perennial student. You're a student for
Yes.
life once you're in the medical field.
Okay. It's something very stressful also.
Yeah.
So how does DLSMC prioritize patient care services, and what steps have been taken to ensure exceptional patient experiences? We heard that DLSMC has enlisted the expertise of professionals with hospitality backgrounds to implement changes at the hospital. Was this strategy impactful?
Yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure you've experienced that. So from start to finish of patient journey, the patient is actually guided from admission to actual discharge. They're being guided by one person and make sure that a particular experience is seamless. It may not be like hotel, but it's just enough for the patient to get what he or she needs. Whatever you need, we'll give it to you direct, and you'll be better for it. Kasi at the same time, kasi whenever you give more than they don't need, parang niloloko mo rin sila, and then you give cost. You put it down, that's an added cost, and we don't do that in the Los Santos. No, it has to be a direct patient service, a simple patient service, but personalized, and you'll feel better for it. And the whole pathway is very, very seamless.
This portion is brought to you by Northview Solutions. Let us build it for you.
The categories for this year's Asia CEO Awards 2024 are SME Company of the Year, Entrepreneur of the Year, Diversity Company of the Year, Woman of the Year, Most Innovative Company of the Year, Sustainability Company of the Year, Young Leader of the Year, Wellness Company of the Year, Technology Company of the Year, IT/BPM Tech Blazer of the Year, Corporate Governance Company of the Year, CSR Company of the Year, CEO of the Year, Service Excellence Company of the Year, Top Employer of the Year. Nominations are now open.
Why choose Supreme Pure Organic Barley? It is 100% pure organic barley straight from Australia. Certified super brands. The first alkaline-based barley in the Philippines. High pH level, 7.9 alkaline level, 68 micronutrients, non-acidic. It helps boost immune system, improves digestion, high in antioxidants, regulates blood sugar level and cholesterol. Waglan Basta Barley. Dapat alkaline-based Supreme Pure Organic Barley.
With the competition in hospitals, we realized that it's like a typical marketplace also, where these are businesses and you operate sometimes very close to each other. And in terms of competition, I like the way you mentioned about the positioning of the Los Santos. But again, looking at how they position in terms of their marketing strategy, they think of ways to make it appeal like it's a new place, like the hospital concept. In your case, are you challenged by that? Although you have already explained, Doctor, that it's more of a direct patient approach that's personalized, and that's a good thing because when you go to the hospital, yun naman talagang gusto mo, gumaling ka at maserbisyuhan yung
At umuwi ka agad. No one wants to spend their holidays in the hospital.
Tama.
Right?
At pag lumalampas ng 3 araw, alam na. Okay. but again, with all that's happening, what are the marketing strategies that you think will make patients or customers or the general public know na parang, wow, I'll go to the Los Santos because they have this?
What we've been doing in the Los Santos is adding more services to reach our complete hospital status.
Like, what are these services?
Like, for example, our chemo infusion unit, our oncology program is in the works, our cardiovascular programs is in the works, recently our wound and stoma center, that's part of our chronic care center facility. Everything is hinged on a particular aspect of healthcare that you want to position yourself in. For example, we are positioning the Los Santos towards addressing more of chronic care, long-term stroke patients, cardiovascular diseases, hypertension, oncology. So we are positioning the Los Santos towards that because we are predicting that healthcare will be expensive, will be more expensive year in and year out. It's better for patients to go to the Los Santos for chronic care because we can actually stretch their peso. Right? Kasi when it comes to chronic care, hindi naman sprint yan eh. Marathon treatment yan.
When you say marathon treatment, tuloy-tuloy siya talaga.
Tuloy-tuloy, matagal yan. So where do you want to spend it? Halimbawa, ito lang yun. In a hospital na your 1 peso is worth 1 month, or in a hospital where your 1 peso is worth 3 months. That's what we're positioning. And we're finding ways for the Los Santos, for the patient to really stretch their peso some more. And healthcare in the Philippines is ridiculously expensive already. What we're doing for the Los Santos is actually making it cheaper for the average Filipino. Yeah. Especially for chronic care patients. Yung parang sinabing, na-hospital ka na nga, okay, na-hospital ka, gumaling ka nga, paglabas mo na wala kang pera.
Magkakasakit ka ulit.
Magkakasakit ka ulit. Di ba? Parang mali eh. So that's what we're doing in the Los Santos. We're finding ways to address this gap. Yeah.
Wow, that's really a good service to the nation. I'm pausing to digest it because I like what I hear. Of course, I have members of the family, I have brothers, sisters, and I have relatives who go into that. And I agree with you. The challenge is that healthcare is really expensive, especially if you don't have health insurance or you don't have HMOs. It's really challenging for a lot of people. From a family clinic to a level 3 tertiary hospital, DLSMC's journey is quite remarkable. What are some unique aspects or programs at DLSMC that set it apart from other healthcare facilities?
In terms of service offering, it's actually basically almost the same. What is more striking is the personalized service, the added value, the more reasonable rates, the concept of us stretching your peso for the Los Santos. Basically, that's the major difference when it comes to healthcare delivery.
We know that everybody, that the whole world, the entire population is your market, correct? But siyempre, kakaiba naman tayo ng socio-economic class, di ba? So, how are hospitals treating it? We know that some may avail of these expensive healthcare treatments and some may not. In the business of running a hospital, how do you manage it, that it somehow gives impact and patient care to the different demographics?
There's no actually definite formula for it. It's more of a guideline. So what are the guidelines that we follow in the Los Santos? Number one, it needs to be compassionate. It needs to be reasonable care. It should not impair the financial status of the patient. The delivery of the care that you want to deliver, the treatment, should be within world standard treatment. Basically, those are the 4 guidelines that we follow when it comes to this. What we're also saying in the Los Santos, we're not greedy people, right? So that's why we don't price our services that high.
And I remember there was one time also that hospital facilities extended or took that innovation in bringing satellite clinics to the different areas, and especially during the pandemic. In terms of innovation, can you give me an insight on how ready the Los Santos is in terms of this digitalization, in terms of addressing the need for patients who want the care nearer to their places or taking it via online?
For the Los Santos, kasi it's not actually just the Los Santos, it's the whole Metro Pacific network. Metro Pacific Hospital, they will launch a DFD program.
Which means?
Digital Front Door program.
Okay.
All patients of Metro Pacific Hospital will have access to this online. No? So everything will be coursed through it. So that's a very good strategy by at the enterprise level of Metro Pacific. They're very good. Whatever they think about the whole thing at a holistic process. The innovation did not come from one hospital. It came from the higher up, which is a very good innovation on that part. In terms of us delivering the service, it has been done by several hospitals already. Actually, it's not an innovation anymore. The Los Santos has its own van when we can go to the patient anytime, whenever you need it. We call that a home care, and most hospitals has that already. But the only thing is, because we are smaller, we are classified as boutique, we can more or less respond faster.
There's really advantages when you are smaller, you're more agile. Okay.
Yes.
No. And then, doctor, you mentioned about Metro Pacific, this group of hospitals. What is the advantage of that? We know that you have the backing, of that enterprise. We know that it's a huge organization also that supports it. If you can compare, how the Los Santos was without that support, how do you assess the gains of being a part of that conglomerate?
The Los Santos in itself, as the Los Santos, is actually a good hospital with its own footing and its clientele. The name of the Metro Pacific helped the Los Santos to realize some gains, and together with the partnership of Metro Pacific and the De Los Santos family. It's actually a partnership, the Metro Pacific Group and the Los Santos family. And actually, they're making strides for the Los Santos to reach its maximum potential.
Pero pag ganun, doctor, syempre may sarili kang targets. Parang kahit na member ka nun, kumbaga, you are given that specific target for you to, make it work. It's independently run, correct? Can you describe the relationship where you don't have maybe that facility and then you refer it to that hospital under the Metro Pacific Group? Is that the way how
Yes, we actually do that. We actually do that. Shared service to shared service. We do that. For example, some Metro Pacific Hospital somewhere in North will refer to the Los Santos. In some facilities, we refer to another Metro Pacific hospital.
But it doesn't have to be Metro Pacific lang, di ba? You can refer it to the other. Siyempre, priority lang.
Priority will always be the Metro Pacific Hospital.
And speaking of patient care and profitability, because I asked for targets, how do you strike that balance between patient care and profitability? Kasi, Doc, marami din kaming nakakausap at nanonood dito sa Open for Business na siyempre sa mga malalayong lugar, may mga experts din doon, may mga doctors din doon. So sa simula, parang may nakakausap kami na clinic lang, but eventually, nagpatayo na ng mga hospital din doon na kailangan din ng komunidad dahil para hindi na nila i-travel yung mga pasyente nila dito sa Manila. Gaano ba kahirap din naman yung magbibigay ka ng patient care na mataas ang uri, na gumagaling, but this is also a business. So what's that balance between patient care and the profitability of running a hospital?
You have to be guided. There has to be a certain guidance when it comes to pricing. You know? So you have to be compassionate, you have to be reasonable, you don't be too greedy. Make sure it's a direct service, the minimum impact, things like that. And then when it comes to, because the Los Santos, basically we have a lot of packages. These packages, when it comes, for example, if you go to Los Santos for 𝗏𝗏𝗏, there's package for 𝗏𝗏𝗏 with minimal margins. And most patients can avail of
Baka hindi maintindihan po yung 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏.
laparoscopic cholecystectomy.
Okay.
Yeah, yung tatanggalin yung abdo, right?
Okay.
So we give this with minimal margins.
Okay.
And the patient it's better for it. Given if you do the same procedure in another hospital, it's more expensive. So that's what we did. We're guided by these things, by the pricing issue. Make sure that the patient will not be financially impaired when they get discharged. That's one of the things that we put in our head.
With the guidelines that you have set for the Los Santos, you are actually helping the nation, the citizens, especially when you look at those packages that provides high priority on making it affordable to Filipinos. Pero maliban po doon, ano pa yung mga challenges in the healthcare system? Ito po ba may may bureaucracy din po ba dito? Parang how about government regulation? Are there issues also that somehow impedes the growth of the Philippine healthcare system?
Inherently, except whether it's government or private, healthcare is really expensive. And our government has priorities din naman. So hindi naman nila kayang ibigay buhos lahat yan. So kailangan talaga tulungan lang talaga. Private and government should really help each other. Right now, the PhilHealth is helping a lot. But I'm confident that they will help more within the next coming years, especially with the full implementation of the 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏 law. It's not a endpoint law. It's not an endpoint thing. I'm pretty sure they will improve upon it year on year to fill in the gaps. Kasi right now, the Philippines is actually masyadong talagang mahal. It's ridiculously expensive.
Is it because raw materials are not from here and then most of the components, ingredients of the medicines are imported, or is it about corruption? If there are amendments that you can think of in existing government policies, what are these? I don't want to sound very political po, Doctor, kasi hindi naman tayo ASPN. Pero this is a business program. But what do you think are these factors that make our healthcare expensive?
Just make the drugs cheap. Look at
si
India.
Senator Blanc.
Just look at India. Just make the drugs cheap. Look at India. I don't know how they did it, but their drugs are really cheap. Basically, that's for the government to find out. I'm pretty sure alam nila yan. So, baka lang kasi meron silang nakikita na hindi natin nakikita. Gusto lang naman natin endpoint Make the drugs cheap. Pero how to go about it, yun yung mahirap
Okay. Pero Doctor, I just have to ask this, but are there collaborations between the hospital industry as a whole and drug manufacturers?
I'm not aware of anything like that in the Philippines. There might be in some centers, but in the Los Santos, I'm not. We're too small to be.
But in your experience, in your healthcare experience,
normally things like this, collaboration with the drug companies. Normally, it's done by university hospitals for research
R&D,
hospitals.
yes, for research.
Pero not in small hospital operation.
Okay.
Tsaka research is very expensive also.
Oh yeah. Baka doon, sir, lumalaking presyo at mataas. Pero sabi mo nga, India, kahit ba may research yun basta
I don't know how they do it. I don't know how the Indians do it. I'm pretty sure they have a formula for that.
Okay, wow.
Pero that's why their healthcare is very cheap.
Okay, in your view, what are some key areas where the Philippine healthcare industry can improve to better serve the Filipino people?
More support, subsidy in terms of financial subsidy, in terms of government facilities. I'm pretty sure they're doing already that, improving the government facilities for healthcare. And then the third actually is, mentioned, make the drugs cheap.
Okay, talagang dun mapupunta.
Everything mo, pag pinababa mo talaga yung presyo ng gamot, wala talaga.
Tuloy-tuloy na.
Okay na yan Tuloy-tuloy na yan.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Dami madadigest dito. Dapat may part 2 tayo, Carmen. Nauso din, Doctor, yung medical tourism, because we know that the beauty of the Philippines with the islands, it's easier, you get healed if you see nature, if you see Boracay, if you see Bohol. And some hospitals do that. They have this medical tourism. Are you going to pursue that as well?
Yeah, we are actually. Within the year, we'll be launching our international patient services.
Focusing on what disease naman?
It will be cardiovascular diseases, cosmetic surgeries, things like that. Mga diseases that do not require a lot of follow-ups. So the Los Santos will get into that. We get patients already for wellness, for international patients. Actually, what we're targeting are is still Filipino who lives within the Guam area, the Palau area, things like that.
Yeah, that's my next question. Coming from the US na rin, ganyan, US, Guam. Speaking of that, Doctor, kasi di ba, pag cosmetic surgery, minsan yung Pinoy, talagang pupunta sa Korea o kaya pupunta sa Thailand para sa cosmetic surgery. Yun. So parang baliktad, di ba? Parang tayo, yung iba sa atin, ibang mga Pinoy, pumupunta sa ibang bansa para dun sa medical tourism nila. O siguro para pag cosmetic surgery doon, nagbakasyon, pagbalik dito, iba na.
Anonymity. Diba? Anonymity. One of the things that you, di ba?
So, mararating din ba ng Pilipinas yon? Although, the hospital industry has grown tremendously naman and we have a lot of international patients here. But what is your dream then of the hospital industry we're in? Parang somehow, di ba, parang when you talk of this specific, like say, medical tourism, ang unang may isip ng foreigner o kaya ng Pinoy talaga, Pilipinas pa rin. I'll go back to the Philippines and have my, medical healing there.
Marami na naman nagpapagamot dito when it comes to that. They're just very, very low-key about it. Kasi hindi mo naman papa-advertise if you did something to your face, right? Mabibigla ka na lang. So I'm pretty sure, unless that particular person is a brand ambassador. I don't know if it's a pricing issue, when it comes to medical tourism, but I think our prices are competitive when it comes to, at least for cosmetic. For open heart, our prices are, for cardiovascular, our prices are not that competitive when you compare that to India or even Taiwan. So theirs are really cheap.
But it's good, Doctor, that you have these plans for international patient care, because I think when we attended the General Assembly of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, one of the key priority areas talaga is medicine and also tourism. So parang ang makikinabang dun sa key priority areas, dun sa nyo rin, dun sa sector ninyo. As a whole, how do you play a role in advancing the Philippine healthcare industry? And we know that it's going to evolve in the coming years, maybe because of technology, lalo na may mga nagsusulputan, doctor, ng mga bagong diseases. Who knew about this COVID-19 naman before, di ba? But is the Los Santos ready for that as well? And how do you see, or how do you envision the Los Santos playing a role in this evolving medical landscape?
As long as you have that mindset, as long as you have the mindset of continuously evolving, continuously learning, continuously improving, you'll always be, you keep yourself ready. You're always ready to face these challenges. As long as you don't stop improving or learning or innovating, that's the mindset of the Los Santos people right now. That because we're doing this, we know that we are always ready to face any challenge there is. And we know that we can actually contribute to healthcare delivery in the country.
Wow, that's the best way to end this conversation with Dr. Jabson, the CEO and President of the Los Santos Medical Center. But, sir, before we finish, saan ba ang De Los Santos? Where will they find you? Do you also have a Facebook, a YouTube, and a lot of people will now definitely search for this quality but affordable healthcare.
De Los Santos is located in 𝗗𝗏𝗄𝗏, a modest-sized hospital there. We have our Facebook account. We also have our website. You can just look at it, and then you can find the exact location of the Los Santos Medical Center. It may not look impressive, but I'm pretty sure once you go in, you'll feel the personalized service of the hospital.
Thank you, Doctor. And I've been to the Los Santos. Your facilities are also impressive. We also feel like home. And I'd like to thank your marketing team as well, because they've been bringing a lot of doctors here to Kada Umaga, to
and they're very, very
ASPN.
impressive.
Yes, and when they talk about, and it's good that we are giving this public information on health and wellness, and we appreciate that they try to laymanize, these medical terms to a lot of people. And what's good thing about your doctors is that people are informed. The viewers who watch TV, who go to Facebook and YouTube, they're informed of the various diseases, lalo na yung mga uso. And we thank you for allowing the doctors and also the expertise to share an elevated patient care to Filipinos and also to Open for Business. Open for Business. We'll be back. Stay with us.
This portion is brought to you by Supreme Pure Organic Barley by Levex. First alkaline-based pure organic barley. Every sip is full of beneficial nutrients. Wag basta barley, dapat alkaline-based Supreme Pure Organic Barley.
It's a night dedicated to celebrating achievements at the Golden Globe Annual Awards for Business Excellence and Outstanding Filipino Achievers. Now on its 17th edition, this award-giving body continues to pay tribute to the indefatigable spirit of those who chose to raise the bar. Here at the Fiesta Pavilion of Manila Hotel, we are in the midst of those who have achieved remarkable success and set new benchmarks in their respective fields. Join us and let's get to know their formula for excellence.
And from the sidelines, I'm Dia Gonzalez to help bring some of the night's highlights here at the 17th Golden Globe Annual Awards for Business Excellence and Outstanding Filipino Achievers.
Tonight, we come together to honor those who have set the bar high and truly outshone their respective fields with their remarkable achievements. Of course, I'm extremely grateful to all of you who have been wholeheartedly supporting our foundation for 17 years now. Maraming salamat po sa inyong mga magandang serbisyong binibigay sa inyong magandang produkto, sa inyong magandang handog sa mga consumers, sa pagbibigay ng magandang serbisyo sa pagninegosyo. We want you to know that you are valued. You are valued and cherished. Your efforts have not gone unnoticed. And tonight, we will celebrate your achievements and successes. Let us continue to build on this momentum. Let's forge new paths. Let us inspire our future generations and to excel in the right business.
Congratulations, by the way. What do you feel about this award?
Yeah, it's an honor to be awarded as one of the exceptional Filipino achiever. Thank you very much sa Golden Globe Awards.
Yes. Please bigyan niyo po kami ng brief explanation. Ano po ang inyong products and services?
Yeah, actually, we do modular kitchen cabinet closets. So our services is more on installation and supply of a modular cabinet.
Wow, this is a pretty competitive field in the Philippines because we have many companies that do this. What makes your company stand out po? What strategy do you have?
Our advantage, I could say, no? Dahil kami, when it comes to design, we do bespoke design. But we do locally, pero all the materials is imported from Germany, Austria, mga ganyan.
Can you tell me what have you gone through challenges and paano nyo po na-overcome? Lalo na CEO na po kayo, you have to lead the whole company. How do you do that?
Yeah, it's a humble beginning. I started my company like, I think 8 person only because I used to work in one of the biggest modular company in the Philippines. I started my company 2015, so nasa 9 years na siya. Yeah, so advantage my experiences. And then of course, yung mga services namin, talagang when it comes to quality, then commitment to the client, something like that.
Na-mention nyo po you started with 8. How did you expand the company? What is the key to expand a company?
Well, because of our good services, lumaki yung company, the demand of the clients. So yung team namin, nag-join yung iba, yung mga dati kong colleagues. So ngayon, we are about 150 already.
Wow.
Yeah.
150 from 8. That is astounding. I want to learn more from people like you. Congratulations once again, Sir Rommel. So nice to meet you. Gusto ko lang tanong kasi sobrang successful na ang kumpanya nyo. Anong mga challenges na pinagdaanan ng kumpanya at paano nyo na-overcome?
Sobrang daming challenges. Pwede ko sabihin yung isa yung late payments sa mga clients. So kailangan mo talaga mag-abono ng millions of money. Yes. So yun ang pinaka number 1. Then napaka-basic na lang yung iba. Puzzle lang.
So, na-mention nyo po na this company started from your dad, right? And do you think being his son and the exposure really played an advantage to your position right now?
Sa totoo lang duman talaga ako sa pinakamababang position. From inspector, nag-inspect lang ako ng cards. And then I climb papunta dito sa position ko. So, isa din, benefits din dahil, of course, the wisdom of my father and mother sa mga tinuturo nila sa akin, mga techniques. Pero iba rin talaga ang competition dito sa Manila. So ito talaga nakatulong sa akin.
Congratulations, and I hope that your company keeps thriving in the industry. All right, for those who don't know, I have a pretty sweet tooth, so I stopped by the Craft Customized Cakes. I'm with their chef, Chef 𝗏𝗏. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. Yeah, nice to meet you.
I love your smile.
Thank you so much.
All right, so as much as I love your smile, I also love the pastries that I see behind us, as you can see.
Our company is just a startup company this year. We do customized cakes, and we also do pastries and cakes and desserts. As you can see, we have here different kinds of pastries and desserts that we sell now here in Manila hotel. So this customized craft is very special to us because this is our own and own version and own recipes crafted. So please support the Craft Customized Cakes.
Where can they find you on social media?
Yes, we also have our Instagram and Facebook. So you can just search the Craft Customized Cakes.
What sacrifice did you give for this company to excel?
Yeah, we started the business with very small capital and tried to seek help from the bank, but we were not qualified to get loans from the bank, so we had to go to the loan sharks, and that's the sacrifices. We have to bear the big interest, but we succeed later because of hard work.
Ano pong mapapayo nyo sa mga kabataan na gusto mag-start ng business at kanilang kumpanya?
Dapat nandun yung passion, nandun yung kaalaman, alam mo lahat yung ins and outs ng business. And number one is you have at least one captured customer. Kung may nagtiwala sa iyo isang customer na yan, kailangan alagaan mo yan. Huwag mong sirain yung tiwala nila sa inyo. And tuloy-tuloy na yan na magiging successful ka.
Tonight's event truly sparked our inner Filipino, the fire that we have as Filipinos. Keep striving for excellence and never settle for less. Once again, congratulations to all the awardees tonight.
All the best to driving progress and making a positive impact in our industries and communities. Thank you for inspiring us to strive for excellence, to innovate, and to lead with integrity. For Open for Business, this is 𝗕𝗏𝗍𝗍. Marami pong salamat.
Umaga mo'y aming bubusugin ng tawanan at kwentuhan. Usapang pag-ibig iyong matututunan.
Try to enjoy your own company. Sarili muna. So buuin mo sarili mo.
Nariyan din ang kwentong pagmamahal sa kaibigan.
Kung hindi po siya dumating dito sa buhay ko, hindi po ako mapaglaho sa buhay.
At pagmamahal sa pamilya.
Gusto ko po, masaya ko po kayo palagi.
Para araw mo'y tiyak na lumigaya. Dito lang sa paborito niyong girl kada sa umaga, kada umaga.
Let's get together. Sunnet 25. Sunnet 25.
The healthcare industry is at a crossroads, facing unprecedented challenges and opportunities. From technological advancements to changing patient expectations, the industry is constantly evolving. However, at its core, healthcare remains a noble profession centered around the fundamental goal of healing and caring for others. The transformation of the Los Santos Medical Center is a testament to the resilience and adaptability of healthcare providers. What began as a small family clinic has grown into a beacon of hope and healing for countless individuals, thanks to the visionary leadership and unwavering commitment of its staff. More so, this is a perfect example of what can be achieved through innovation, dedication, and relentless pursuit of excellence. And with that, our quote of the week is from Hippocrates, a Greek physician. He said, "Wherever the art of medicine is loved, there is also a love of humanity." Thank you very much, Dr. Almario. Maraming salamat sa isang oras na pagsama sa amin upang tunghayan ng isang makabuluhang usapan ukol sa negosyo dito lang sa Open for Business. Hanggang sa susunod na linggo, samahan nyo kaming muli dito sa Open for Business. Catch us too on Facebook, on YouTube. Like and subscribe on our social media page at Net25TV. We will bring more insights from industry experts, thought leaders, CEOs, and featured SMEs. Together, let us help encourage business development in the Philippines. Sharpen your business acumen, feel the pulse, and set the trend for as long as you are informed and open for business. Ito po si 𝗚𝗏𝗏 𝗙𝗍𝗲. Maraming salamat. Mga ka-Net25, this is 𝗚𝗏𝗏 𝗙𝗍𝗲 of Open for Business. For more updates, just click the subscribe button and follow us on Net25 social media pages at Net25 TV and at Net25 Entertainment Facebook pages.